confidently. Ain't she sweet? Ain't she nice? Look over once or twice. Now I ask you very confidently. Ain't she nice? Just cast an eye in her direction. Oh me, oh my, ain't that perfection? I repeat, don't speak that kind of neat, and I ask you very confidently.
Rain, let it cuddle while the rain pitter patters on the pane, and we're alone. A chance to while away a dreamy afternoon, a lovely peaceful afternoon. No one can see us. Rain, she is cozy in the rain. There's no reason to complain. She'll wait for you to hold her hand, and then if and do I, you kiss her in the rain. Rain, rain, rain.
That's why I'm always hanging round you. Do I love you? Oh my, do I? Honey, honey, indeed I do. And do I love my little baby? Do I love her? Don't mean maybe. Honey, baby, did I do? Do you love your baby? Sure, I love her, baby. Precious baby, did I do?
Good evening, and welcome to Surrey's Roaring 20s Gala. It's virtual, as you can tell, but we're glad that you're with us. I'm Rick Davis, and I'm board chair of the Surrey Board of Directors, and I'm happy to be here tonight with my wife, Laura, and our friends and fellow board member, David Levine, and his wife, Maren. It's so good to see so many familiar faces, and we thank you for being with us tonight. We're missing our CEO, Christy Seidel, this evening, who was supposed to join us, but we wanted you to know that Christy was in close contact with someone who tested positive for COVID-19. And as a result, as our protocol has been since March, she is at home. She is forbidden to be in the building, but she is working remotely. She is well, she is not showing any symptoms, and she's with us virtually tonight. Some of you may have seen her dancing a few minutes ago, so you can tell she's very well. So we're gonna miss her, but we're glad that she is with us virtually. As you know, tonight was supposed to happen many months ago at the Philadelphia Country Club in Gladwin. But we are thrilled that we could do this virtually. I want to thank the committee who has planned not one, but 2 events. And they've done a terrific job. We've had the last 2 days, we've had some events that some of you have joined us with, and we were glad to see you there as well. But tonight, we're going to have a special hour together. We're going to celebrate a couple of incredible people from our community. We are going to thank our very generous sponsors who have all stuck with us through this. We're going to announce a new initiative, which is really exciting, that was built around connecting virtually with more of our folks in the community. We're going to give you an opportunity to finish up your bidding on our online silent auction. And we are going to unveil what I think is probably one of, if not the most exciting thing that is talks to the commitment of Surrey and our future together. And most importantly, we're going to hear from a few people about what Surrey means to them. So we've got a really special night. So sit back, grab your favorite beverage, and let's reflect for a moment. Our Surrey community pulled together over the last 6 months in ways that I don't think any of us could really have imagined. It was a tough decision, but a necessary one for the board to close the physical centers. But we quickly, with Christy's leadership, realized that, to use a much overused word, we could pivot and serve the people in our community that really, through this pandemic, are most isolated and potentially most affected. And we did it quickly. We continue to innovate and change what we're doing. But we miss you. We miss the noise in these centers. We miss, your connection. Although I have been here for lunches where people pull space apart from one another in the parking lot and still have some social time. And many of you obviously are connecting online. So I'd like to begin with a toast. Here's to all who have proven that the Surrey community is not a place, but the people and our connections. Cheers.
Cheers.
I became involved in Surrey when they first opened up in this location, because I live 2 blocks away. And I came to they had a cocktail party. I said, look at this, senior citizens cocktail party, hors d'oeuvres, wine. And I live 2 blocks away. Well, I've come for lunch almost every day. That's not how to go out of town or something, since they opened 5 days a week.
I don't know if people are aware of how much Surrey has to offer. I mean, it's kind of like when you move to a community. You can either be a hermit and do nothing or take advantage of all the experiences that are available to you. And that's exactly what this place is.
When I found out about the center, it's only 8 minutes from my home. So I just get in the car and I'm gone.
Surrey is a really interesting organization, and it's really allowed me, I think that when I think about my life, having been a part of Surrey during the times when I had my father-in-law who was going through some issues, learning about senior care and how we can benefit or how we can help those people.
I truthfully don't know what I would have done had it not been for Surrey, because it keeps me on my toes.
It's made a huge difference in my life. It's really given me something to look forward to.
As most of you know, we're celebrating our 40th anniversary year. Back in 1981, Surrey was founded to help seniors live independently with dignity and to their fullest capability. It was built on the philosophy of neighbor helping neighbor, and it is still a volunteer-driven organization today. We have moved from the original concept of transportation and neighbors driving their neighbors' places to much more. We are able to address all the phases of aging with folks in our community. And again, we continue to innovate that. The concept of Surrey, I think, is lost on a lot of people today, but originally it was Surrey with the fringe on top, which was our founder's concept, because we did have our roots in transportation, but we really have become a tapestry of so many other services now. From physical and mental health to socialization and engagement, and as we like to say, reimagining aging for all of us. Surrey continues to provide free or low-cost programs, and we are one or more of many things to our community. Some see us as nutrition, Some see us as health and wellness programs, support groups, personal financial counseling. We are information and referral source for a lot of our community members. We are an on-site dental clinic in conjunction with CVIM. And of course, we continue to do what we always did, which was transportation. We are touching different people in different ways, but it's really the touch which is most important, which is ironic in the times we're in, but we really do continue to touch folks. And it's with the very generous support of our sponsors, both corporate and individual, that allow an evening like this and allow for these programs to be at no or very low cost for our community. All proceeds of tonight's gala will go to our mission work, our essential services and programs, and I am delighted to say that thus far we have raised over $200,000. Thank you. We wish to extend our deepest gratitude to our two title sponsors, Bryn Mawr Trust and the Radnor Hotel, who have served as sponsors and supporters of Surrey for many, many years. And David's going to share a little bit with us from Bryn Mawr Trust.
So thank you, Rick. And let me just begin by first thanking you for your incredible leadership of Surrey and how you have just stepped up during this pandemic with everything going on. So thank you for all that you have done. So it has been absolutely tremendous. Frank Leto, who is the CEO and president of Bryn Mawr Trust, was unable to be here this evening, but he said that he very much wanted to be here to celebrate all that Surrey does and the wonderful works that we perform for the community. So I'm just going to read to you what he sent in his stead. So allow me for a second. Bryn Mawr Trust would like to congratulate this year's award recipients for their dedication and support of the Surrey Services philosophy of neighbor helping neighbor, one that aligns with their mission. Bryn Mawr Trust is honored to be a sponsor of Surrey Services, along with S.W. Bagis, for the events around the virtual award gala and Roaring 20s themed celebrations. Having been neighbors with Surrey for 40 years and counting, the two institutions symbolize the shared dedication ensuring our community thrives. Throughout Bryn Mawr Trust's 130-year plus history of community building, they focused on helping individuals, families, businesses, and nonprofits grow and prosper. Bryn Mawr Trust is again very proud to be a sponsor of Surrey Services. And Rick, if I could just add, Bryn Mawr Trust really does exhibit this the philosophy of neighbor helping neighbor. Not only do they contribute, financially to Surrey, which we are so grateful for, but a member of the Bryn Mawr Trust team, John Ellensworth, serves on the finance committee, and he was instrumental in helping Surrey secure the payment protection plan funding, which was critical for us, during this pandemic. So again, thank you so much, Bryn Mawr Trust.
And Laura, who else can we thank?
Thanks, Rick. We would like to thank the Innovations Partners, Steve and Kathy Bagis, Esther and Lawrence Beilenson, Nick and Evelyn Beilenson, Park and Judy Blatchford, Maureen Brennan Miller, and David Miller. We also want to recognize our champions, Lam Mackerlane, David and Maren Levine, Marshall Levine, Liberty Private Client, James Mackerlane, Bruce Menon, Dottie Miller and John T. Winterstein, John and Tiffany Woodruff. Maren will now share our leaders that we would like to thank.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Laura. Let's give a shout out to our leaders, Kathy and Robert Campbell Jr., Mr. and Mrs. S. Matthews V. Hamilton Jr., Kistler Tiffany Benefits, Jean and Steve Kozicki, Pax Partners, Raymond James, Pico, Parks Casino, and last but not least, Ironview Capital Management. Thank you so much.
And you can find our complete list of sponsors on the Gala virtual booklet on our website. On behalf of the Board of Directors, Surrey staff, and those we serve, thank you for all of your support. Your continued confidence in our work on behalf of the community is truly appreciated. Maren?
So, a highlight every year at the gala is the silent auction. And this year is no different. Well, that's actually not true. This year is very different. The pandemic has created unprecedented hardships on small businesses, yet many of them in our community are still finding it in their hearts to give back. They're doing this by donating experiences, unique items, beautiful jewelry, and vacation homes, to name but a few. All of this so that Surrey can benefit and give back to the community full circle. If you haven't already done so, I encourage you to check out the incredible items by visiting our website, www.surreyservices.org. I have .com. Don't go to .com. .org. Simply click on the auction and raffle button on the home page. Again, click on the auction and raffle button on the home page. The silent auction is going to stay open until 8 p.m. tonight, at which point it closes, and winners will be notified by mail. So what time is it? 6:19. So you have an hour and 40 minutes. So after this presentation, which will end there about 7 p.m., you'll have an hour to go look at all of these incredible things being auctioned. Plenty of time to check everything out. Have fun and good luck, and thank you so much for being here tonight.
Our gala is also an evening where we recognize two very special people in our community. The first award we present is the Jean LaRouche Leadership Award, and it's named in honor of our founder. We presented these awards in another setting. I kind of feel like the Oscars, where they say, we previously presented in another venue the awards, but we'd like to take a minute to honor Jim McErlane, our first award recipient. The Jean LaRouche Leadership Award celebrates Surrey's founder and is given to an individual whose leadership and community service exemplifies Jean's passion for neighbor helping neighbor. This year's recipient, Jim McErlane, embodies the spirit of this award by giving his all to his profession and then going above and beyond to make our community a better place for all of us to live, work, and play. Jim is senior partner and founding member of the law firm of Lamb, McErlane in Westchester. His practice has concentrated in the areas of business, finance, real estate, municipal, and government relations. And he has been named Pennsylvania's super lawyer for general business law. He is an Eagle Scout, so he's been at this for some time, and is a Navy veteran, having served in Vietnam. Jim's list of involvement and boards that he has served and is still serving on are many, many more than I can list. But a few of note that I will mention are Paoli Hospital, Community Volunteers in Medicine, who is a Surrey partner, Boy Scouts of America, Chester County Council, the Chester County Chamber of Business and Industry, Westchester University Foundation, the Chester County Food Bank, and Chester County Community Foundation. Like Jean, Jim is an inspiration to those who know him and work alongside him. Like Jean, Jim serves as a mentor to many of us in the community and a whole new generation of community members about what it means and what the responsibility is to help your neighbors. And like Jean, his profession, volunteerism, and service, Jim's impact will last in this community for decades to come. Jim, for your deep commitment to the community and for your example of living into Surrey's vision of neighbor helping neighbor, we are honored to present you with the 2020 Jean LaRouche Leadership Award. Thank you for all you do, and congratulations.
Thank you. This is beautiful. Thank you so very much. To be even mentioned with Jean LaRouche is a heck of a compliment. Surrey Services is a dynamic organization, and I've been down here and I've seen the hard work of the staff and the volunteers, but the most impressive aspect of the Surrey organization is its members, those senior citizens who come here and who are served by Surrey. They are so enthusiastic, they have such a great spirit, and that comes from the Jean LaRouche tradition, comes from the staff, and it comes from the volunteers. But spirit and enthusiasm are the hallmarks of this organization. It's neighbor helping neighbor, but man, the neighbors love it. Neighbors get such a thrill out of being here. I mean, the enthusiasm of these people is hard to describe. Now, COVID-19 throws a curveball at all of us, but Surrey Services have lunches, grab and go, taking care of over 1,000 people on a typical day. That is a remarkable achievement. I'm so very proud to even be associated with this, and so grateful that you thought to honor me. So thank you very much. God bless, keep up the good work. I came here tonight to say thank you. I thank the leadership and the board for honoring me here. I thank the volunteers and the members, not just for the award, but most especially for making me part of the Surrey family. This is a real honor, and being part of this family is a dynamic, wonderful experience, and I'm very grateful for it. I extend every wish for continued success. God bless Surrey. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim, and thank you for surprising us and joining us tonight. He really is incredible, and when you look at his involvement in the community. As many of you know, during this pandemic, we obviously had to change our center-based meals. And very quickly, in a short time in March, we did that. And very quickly, those meals, which used to be shared around tables in our centers, became a grab-and-go line that wraps around the corner. And home-delivered meals for those who are challenged from a transportation standpoint or who are just too frail to get here. And so this pandemic has really taught us the importance of nutrition. What some of you may not know is just how important and popular they've become. Our grab-and-go meals and the meals that are prepared in our centers have increased everywhere, in Chester County and in Delaware County. But the meals here at Devon have doubled in size. Ben and Marianne and our volunteers are here preparing twice as many meals as they did before. And those meals are at no cost. And the appreciation of those who are getting that nutrition has been shown to us over and over. We are very fortunate tonight to have a self-described, well-fed old guy tell us just how much these meals are important to him. Dan Gadima.
Now the thing about Surrey with the lunch, it's from 11:30 to 12:30, but you don't have to leave at 12:30. You can stay and talk to the people. And I know for a fact that when you eat a good meal and you stay and relax with people, it's not only healthy for your mind, it's healthy for your body. Because you can, instead of just grabbing a McDonald's and go.
I appreciate the meals.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad that I feel that they're well-balanced meals. I get fruit, I eat all the right things.
Mm-hmm.
So my youngest daughter is a baker, and so at the end of the month, I go up there and get cookies and all all the things I'm not really supposed to eat too much of.
That's right. But you do it in moderation.
But I do that once a month. I treat myself.
Well, that's okay.
Now in today's world, I've been fortunate to be able to be a part of helping us prepare meals for our seniors and those in need. So here at Surrey, we do Meals on Wheels, and then we also do grab and go lunches. So I enjoy doing that and being able to prepare that and help Ben and Marianne, who do a fabulous job of getting that all together. And then together with the volunteers, we then help them get it out to the seniors and to those in need. But that's probably one of the best things that I've been able to do and enjoy doing that here at Surrey.
But I got online and I happened to put on B101.
Yeah.
And it's usually kind of nice music. I listen to a PBS on the radio. So I made it loud. And when I got closer to the girls who were handing out the lunches, I made it louder. And they all started dancing. So I've been doing it every day now for about a month. And they enjoy it, and I enjoy it.
Absolutely.
It's just a brief interlude of people getting the lunch. Say, oh, can you get me this? And they stop and,
Something to smile at.
Yeah.
So during Ben, our chef Ben, he then had the opportunity to take some vacation. We allowed him to go on vacation, and so Marianne needed some help. So together, I volunteered to come in during the week and help Marianne and become her, I guess, assistant sous chef, because Diane was there too. So I can't take all the credit, but to help them lift those pots, because those pots are pretty heavy. But we had a great time. We prepared some great food, and I learned a few things. So I learned my way around the kitchen a little bit better. So that was a great time.
I've done the grab and go lunch, and it is, talk about a lifesaver. It's fabulous. How they can do it, I don't know. I just hope it never stops.
But as far as meeting people, if you come here for lunch, you sit at a table, you pick any table, and if the people are nice, everyone's nice. Oh, where do you live? Where are you from? Where do you live now? What do you do? What did you do when you retired? There's a million things you could talk about. Oh, you were on a cruise? What cruise did you take? Oh, I was on a cruise. Oh, you bicycle? That's great. Oh, I live in that complex too. So meet people is the easiest thing. But eating 5 good, well-cooked meals 5 days a week, and then sitting for another hour talking to people, you can't beat it. I mean, that's what life is about.
So thank you for that. That was absolutely wonderful. I think you can see why the meal program at Surrey is so vital. It is so vital, to our members, and provides so much joy, beyond just the nutrition itself. And Rick, how you said, to have the cafe closed and to double the number of meals, just a big, thank you to Chef Ben and the whole team at Surrey and all the volunteers that make it happen. I think Dan mentioned that he comes 5 days a week, and he may come to see Linda. I don't know, because when I'm there, I know that she's also often there, serving meals, and she is an absolute delight. That's one of the reasons why I go. But I just want to let you know, that on the website that Mary had mentioned previously, the surreyservices.org website, there is an opportunity to donate to the nutrition program. We have doubled the meals. We have not increased the revenue. We've done it all for free during the pandemic. And for just $120, you can provide a month's worth of grab-and-go meals for a senior in need. So on the website, surreyservices.org, once again, there is a link at the top of the page called Support Our Essential Services. And nutrition is absolutely an essential service. So thank you. And thank you, Dan. And thank you, Linda.
And the food is incredibly good. That's made en masse. It's surprisingly delicious.
I have been coming and volunteering at Surrey for almost 14 years, and I only have 2 regrets. And the first one is that I was not able to start earlier, and the second one is that this COVID has halted everything and there's no more volunteering, which is very upsetting to me.
We have a beautiful bunch of people. It's like we're all family. If one hurts, the other one hurts. Now we have sometimes that we have to pay more attention to because they have more problems, but we don't let any of that deter us. I mean, I love it. I really love it. I miss it so much.
I have friends that I used to work with who said, you do that without getting paid? And I said, sometimes there are things that are so much more gratifying than getting paid. And this is truly one of them.
So I think that the other thing that I really enjoyed doing was being able to volunteer at the cafe. I came to Surrey and because I was on the board, I naturally came here to find something to do because of this situation that we're in with the COVID-19 and everybody being homebound, and how do we help everybody, and I do value what Surrey does. So I reached out to Karen Fallon here at Surrey, who organizes the volunteers, and asked her what else I could do, and they said, would you like to be in the kitchen? And that naturally, I'm game for anything. So I was happy to do that, and today that's what I continue to do, and it's great working with Ben and Chef Ben and Mary Ann, and we look forward to continuing to do that, so until we then have something else happening here in our world, right? With the COVID-19 and everything, maybe gets back to semi-normal, right?
I call, they call me, Kathy calls and says, we need you to talk to someone. And I will call them and we talk. The first time they gave me a person's name and I called her. 3 hours later, seriously, 3 hours later, we said goodbye. You would have thought that we knew each other for years, and I had never met her. I wouldn't know what she looked like if she came in here. I wouldn't know what she looked like, but we have spoken probably 3 times. And when I called the folks that I really know, one of them, can I say her name? Betty. Oh my goodness, when I say, hello, oh Marge, oh Marge. I'm so happy to hear your voice, because she's by herself in a 5-bedroom home, and we have such a good conversation. But to help someone other than thinking about yourself takes away thinking about yourself.
And I don't feel like I give. I feel like I get so much, and I'm really and truly so grateful, and I miss it so much, needless to say. I'm sure I'm not the only one, but it's very gratifying and very, very fulfilling, and it's made a huge difference in my life. It's really given me something to look forward to.
Well, you can't say it better than that, folks. Like many of us who volunteer here at Surrey, we get much more than we give. Although I have to say that somebody next to me at this table probably realizes more than any right now the patience and the generosity of those who are connected to us who volunteer. So I thank you, Laura, for your ability to take up some slack when I'm spending time volunteering. But it really is so true. And Laura, did you know that over 900 volunteers helped Surrey last year? And that they gave more than 40,000 hours of service. And as was indicated, it's a little different right now. We're not serving in our cafe. And if you've ever had lunch in our cafe, you know it's like a restaurant. There are those who take your order and serve you and bust the tables. And so that is on pause right now. We do have volunteers who are running to the cars. But the fact of the matter is, there are many volunteer activities. Obviously, when you're making 3-hour calls, you can't get too many in one day. So I do want to mention that the volunteering is still there. It's different than it used to look like. But if you are interested, let us know. We will find an opportunity for you to realize what it's like and how much you can get from volunteering here at Surrey. And speaking of volunteers, our second award tonight goes to a volunteer extraordinaire of our own. It is an award that we are honored to present in the name of Sandra Spears Scott, a longtime volunteer here at Surrey, who really revolutionized volunteering. Jean LaRouche, our founder, recognized what she could do for this organization, and so we established this award in her honor. And that Sandra Spears Scott Inspiration Award could go to no one more deserving than our dear friend and inspirational leader, John Beilenson. The Sandra Spears Scott Inspiration Award is presented to an individual who demonstrates an extraordinary connection and compassion for older adults, and who inspires others to support Surrey's mission to help older adults live with independence and as active members of our community. At Surrey, many knew Sandra as a volunteer who took a leadership role and as a woman whose actions spoke louder than her words. As a member of the board of directors, her intelligence and intuition served Surrey well. As chair of the Volunteer Executive Committee, she inspired others to get involved as Surrey grew. The same and more could be said about this year's recipient, my friend and fellow board member, John Beilenson. John became involved with Surrey over 20 years ago as a volunteer driver when our founder, Jean LaRouche, was at the helm. Very quickly, Jean recognized his passion and skills and brought him further into the organization. John's wisdom, experience, and counsel has helped Surrey remain at the forefront of the delivery of services to our seniors. As a former chair and longtime board member and the leader of Surrey's strategic planning activities, John continues to inspire Surrey staff and volunteers to find new and innovative ways to address the changing needs in our community. John likes to challenge us that it's our job to reimagine aging for all of us. John Beilenson is president of SCP, a communications and PR firm, which is a certified B Corporation balancing purpose and profit. He has delivered more than 100 communications presentations, workshops, and trainings around the country, and serves on the Reframing Aging National Advisory Committee. He has authored 18 books, including my favorite, Future Me, authoring the second half of your life. John has been an instructor in communication studies at UNC Chapel Hill and recently co-led a course on digital storytelling at St. Andrews University. Fortunately for us, John generously shares his talents with Surrey, providing workshops and programs on aging well and finding meaning, purpose, and joy as you age. You know what they say, if you want to get something done well, find a busy person, and we are so fortunate that despite John's busyness, he continues to do extraordinary things for our Surrey community. John, in honor of your ongoing commitment to Surrey and those we serve, and on behalf of the board, staff, and community, Christy and I are thrilled to present you with the 2020 Sandra Spears Scott Inspiration Award. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you, Rick, and thank you to Surrey Services and to Christy for being here today. I am so honored, I am so privileged to receive this award named after Sandra Spear Scott, who I did serve on the board with and who I was proud to call a colleague and friend. Her work and the work of so many others at Surrey, including our founder, Jean LaRouche, was steeped in this idea of neighbor helping neighbor, of volunteer leadership that is so central to Surrey and so central to the work that all of us do here. And so it is really my great pleasure and honor to receive this award named after her, and to continue and to take on this important mission and important work that, that Surrey Services does every day on behalf of our entire community's older adults.
And that story continues, folks. Earlier this year, when John was selected to receive this award, our friend David Levine approached the board and Surrey leadership with a unique idea, and it is my pleasure to introduce David to tell that story and to introduce what I alluded to at the beginning, which I believe to be the most significant testament to the future of Surrey and what role it will play in aging.
Thank you very much, Rick. So I have the great honor and privilege of announcing the establishment of the Beilenson Institute for Innovation in Aging. So we are absolutely thrilled to establish this institute, John, in your honor. And I would just like to talk about a few things of why we're going to do it, what it's about, who it's for, and how it's going to happen. And to begin with, John, I know you are very much the wordsmith, and I'm much more of a numbers guy. So I want to start with a number that has struck me in several ways. It comes from the United Nations. They did a study, and the projections are that in 30 years, so by 2050, the population of seniors over the age of 80 is expected to triple. And when you think about Surrey being 40 years old already, 30 years is not so far away. And John, I understand, Rick, the book you wrote, Future Me, in 30 years, that is going to be future me. And that's going to be also future you, John. So, so the why is very critical to me, that we get this right. And there, we need to figure out a way, how to continuously, engage with our seniors, because they are not the problem, as you so eloquently say, John. They're also part of the solution. And when we look at those videos of Marge and Linda, you can see, even it's the seniors that are helping each other. And so we are so thankful for their support. So also, why are you getting 2 awards? And frankly, John, the Sandra Spear Scott Inspiration Award, that's for kind of what you've done. This other one, not really an award, but the Beilenson Institute for Innovation in Aging, that's for what you're going to continue to do. So, so that's why the second one. And also, frankly, you deserve it. You have just done so much for Surrey. Most of us, I expressed before, we're basically imposters to the field of aging. The people on the board, we have the gray hair, we've got the reading glasses. We also have a bit of denial, not realizing that we are actually aging. But you, have been our only, recognized leader in the field of aging, and you have really guided us. I think we have just introduced a new slate of just absolutely incredible board members, and so for the first time, I think Chris Voida is actually a gerontologist, and we've never had that before. The only other physician we've had, I think, is Bruce Hopper, and Bruce, I think you deliver babies, so it is, or you did. So it's the other end of the spectrum. But so John, you are a national leader. Your work on the American Federation on Aging Research, your work in the John Hartford Foundation and this Reimagining Aging initiative, you bring to us so many ideas of what's happening out in the broader world, and also recognizing how special Surrey is. And you kind of validate for us, the belief that we have that we have something special going on here at Surrey, and how can we, do it bigger, better, all those sort of things. And John, we so appreciate your leadership. But I also want to say that innovation. Another reason why is innovation. It really absolutely is at the core of what Surrey is, and it is not a surprise if you knew Jean LaRouche, that Surrey has the services it has today. In fact, I asked her. I said, Jean, how did it start? In your attic around transportation, 40 years ago. How did you get to where we are today? And she said, I always knew it would. She had a very holistic view of aging and what people needed. So while it started around transportation, she from the start believed that it was much more than that. And it was this idea of almost, I would say, mind, body, spirit. It started with bodies, moving bodies, getting people to the doctor. And when their bodies failed, it was adding fitness and adding home care when they really were in trouble, so they could continue to live at home as best they could. But also, then adding nutrition, again, for the body. But then, for the mind, it's all the activities, all the programming. But you also realize it's also the spirit. And, the importance of community, of friendship, of belonging, and purpose. The fact that, we all, like Linda expressed and Marge expressed so much, we get so much from doing the volunteering that we do. It is an absolutely wonderful opportunity to be involved in this organization. So, I think just as, we live in a community with, fantastic schools and opportunities for kids. It's a great place to grow up. We want to make sure that our community is a great place to grow older. And I think that is very much, what Surrey is about, and that vision that Jean had. And John, you have, carried that forward in an incredible way. And I think, your ability to engage people and ideas and bring them all together, it is really miraculous. And we all are so, grateful to you. So, so what this institute is going to be, there's going to be a lot of fill in the blank. So it is really just getting started. But I can just give you just a glimpse looking past this idea of innovation, again, at the core of Surrey. The idea, we just introduced pre-pandemic, about 2 years ago, a respite program, looking at caregivers that are oftentimes, strapped, and how can we open our facilities on the weekends to those caregivers to have a place to come and have activities for their significant others. And that's just an example. This, as we said, this pivot to being able to deliver meals, whether we end up getting food trucks, who knows what's going to happen going forward. But those are things that are being talked about. And then, this whole online initiative, how do we reach people? How do we engage not only the seniors, but their extended families? So there's so much work to do. And John, we are trusting you to do it. So the what, it's going to be up to you, John. The who, I know there's also going to be another initiative, again, looking at our caregivers. Surrey, we talk a lot about what happens within these walls. We're actually here at Surrey, but so much happens outside the walls. And we employ, I think, over 130 caregivers, and to focus on how we develop, the opportunities for those individuals to support them as we support our members that are at home. How we continue that effort is going to be critical going forward. And also how we work with other organizations. And John, there's no better collaborator than you. And again, we are so thankful for your leadership there. And then to the how, I just wanted to also acknowledge the tremendous support that this initiative has already engendered. We have, I think, over $200,000 have been raised to help start, the Institute. And, immediately it was received, just with overwhelming support. So, and it's support from, board members, past and present, from staff, past and present, from John, your family and your friends who have been so generous, and your colleagues that, understand the value that you provide for Surrey and for seniors, in our community. So thank you for all that support. And, I would say, the other part is, just again, recognizing staff here at Surrey. I think Jean's, initial view, nothing happens. Like we would love things to magically disappear, this COVID thing, if it could only magically disappear, but nothing magically appears at Surrey, although it feels like it sometimes. And the staff is tremendous. And I just want to acknowledge even getting this initiative off the ground. I just mentioned the idea and all of a sudden it becomes a reality. And that's how things happen here at Surrey very much. You know, people pick up the ball and run with it. You know, huge thanks to Christy Seidel, our new CEO, to Jill Whitcomb, to getting the development going, and to Noel and Bob Stanek, just absolutely incredible. And that's just, you know, one of so many examples of how, you know, it's just not just about ideas, but it's also about, you know, bringing them to reality. And Surrey has always done that. So I cannot wait to see how I'm going to age in this community with your help. And John, thank you and congratulations.
Cheers.
Great. Well, David, thank you. Unfortunately, we're not able to be there with you and Maren and the rest of the Surrey team. We are again in this crazy world again ensconced in our spare bedroom, and glad to see all of the faces on the Zoom call this evening. I do want to first of all thank you, David and Maren, for your friendship, your love, your support all of these years. Again, our affection, both Wanda and my own, it is truly an important part of our life and an important part of our lives as we move forward. I do want to echo the thanks that you mentioned, first of all, to my family, to the other Beilensons, Nick and Evelyn Beilenson, my parents, who are on the call today, Lawrence and Esther Beilenson, Larry and Esther Beilenson. Folks perhaps didn't hear Larry's initial video in the last meeting that when we announced the Beilenson Institute before. But again, he has been a tremendous supporter of the organization. My sister Suzanne and Rob Wiesenberg, her husband, again, and my cousin Peter Beilenson, who is actually the health commissioner in Sacramento County, all of whom have been supportive of this work, have been supportive of me and our efforts around aging going forward. I do want to again recognize, as David did, the staff, Christy and Jill and the rest of the team at Surrey. Vicki Weiss, who's been a tremendous stalwart support in the strategic planning process with me over the last several years. And again, so many of the supporters of board members that have been part of this effort and have supported me and have supported this new institute. As I said, as a branding person, as a communication person, I'm not sure it's a great idea to name an institute with a word or a name that no one can actually spell. But I'm willing to give it a try. And again, I'm tremendously privileged and honored for this recognition. I want to say two things about the Institute as it is being developed. I think it is about innovation, but it's really about connection, right? Because the way Surrey gets stronger is through its community and through its connection, through the people that are on the Zoom call right now, through the people that are in the community and being served every day, and by our partners that we're already working with, but building that circle, right? Expanding that circle to connect with some of the leading thinkers and doers in aging services around the country is one tremendous opportunity, I think, that the Institute will provide. And the second kind of connection will be to other sort of, I would say, best in class sort of regional providers in the Southeast area, whether they are in Norristown or in Germantown or in other communities that are where they're doing great work for older people there. I think it will be an opportunity to build this community of excellence around aging services, and one that will make Surrey stronger and that will make all of us stronger as well. So Dave and Maren, Rick, thank you for this honor, and again, look forward to all of the good work ahead as we, again, try to help more people live with independence and dignity and as active members in their community. Thank you.
And we are excited to announce our first innovative project, initiative. John, you need to give us control back. Okay, so thank you, John. And thank you, David, for the idea. And we are really excited, and I am incredibly excited to announce really our first official project under the guise of innovation. We knew that some folks were challenged in this environment technologically, and so we went out and we asked the community what they needed. We listened, and we built a program, and I am thrilled to announce tonight that we are establishing a customized tablet lending library program to help older adults who do not have and cannot afford technology devices or don't know what to do with them. It will include a 4G tablet, an unlimited data plan, tech support for setup, and ongoing access to training. Again, we asked, we listened, and we created. It has been incredibly well received by foundations, and with just 2 grant proposals, we've already raised $20,000. But we need considerably more, and we could use your help. For a donation of $500, you can gift the new lending library a tablet and all of those services and data plan that I spoke about. If you're interested in helping us kick off this event or this effort, please visit our website and click on Support Essential Services and Mission Donation, or contact Jill Wickham here at Surrey. Of course, a donation in any amount is welcome, and will ensure that folks have access to our virtual programming, along with other apps and ways for them to keep in touch. So we look forward to your support, and you will hear more about this program, but please support it.
And when I say this, I mean it from my heart. To sit in one's home, just like we are now, is not good for anybody. And to get that opportunity to be somewhere intermingling with other seniors, it's a joy. And I wouldn't trade it for anything in this world.
Can't wait. Can't wait. I will be first in line to start slinging hash again.
We have a great another opportunity that how we're going to help our seniors as we move forward through the COVID and into the future, that we're going to be able to get them the technology, a tablet, an iPad, whatever that is, in their hands so that they can be able to see the programming that we've already begun putting together and distributing via virtual, online, whether it's Tai Chi or it's a music program, any of those things. I can speak directly to one of my neighbors who would love to have listened to some of the music, but she doesn't have the technology. She has never been a part of the technology. So she's one of the people that I would love to see focused and get her involved more so that she can be not sitting at home alone and not just waiting for Carl to come and deliver her meals, but also to be able to be involved in more of what Surrey has to offer. And it'll be even better because guess what? We're not just based off our locations. You could be in California participating in Surrey at this point. So it'll be a great thing for everybody, whether you're local or even out in one of the other 50 states that we have here in this country. So
I think that some sort of electronic device would be very helpful. because I do feel a little bit stranded out there without any kind of computer or whatever. And I sometimes feel like I'm the only person that doesn't have a computer. I know that isn't true, but I think it would be very beneficial, at least to me, and hopefully to anybody else that would, avail themselves of that. But no, I think it would be fabulous, and I would certainly partake of it.
And my only wish, my only hope is that it can continuing with getting grant money, getting people to donate money, so I can go on making people happy. We can go on eating. Those 3 meals are very important to me. A little something you could do to make other people happy.
Surrey has come to my rescue in more than one occasion.
I can imagine when we go back, I just can imagine how we're going to hug. They just asked that question of me. Marjorie, now when they open up, are you going back right away? I said, I don't know. I said, we have to play this by ear. I don't know, okay? I said, but I can't wait to get back. But I can't wait to get back.
Like I say, I truly miss it.
When our gala turned virtual, we sent out a new invitation with our raffle tickets, and we were overwhelmed with the response to our raffle. Tonight, some lucky individual is going to win a cash prize of $2020. Yes, a generous $2,020. Rick, why don't we draw that winning ticket now?
Let me dig deep. Kevin O'Neill, our new board member. Congratulations.
Way to go, Kevin.
As we draw to a close, I want to remind everybody of a few things. Our silent auction will close at 8, so you have a bit of time. I once again want to thank our generous sponsors and congratulate Jim and John. I also want to thank Rob Merrow and his wife, who are our video support tonight. We could not have done it without him. And again, to the Gala committee and our co-producers, Jill and Maureen, who made all this happen behind the scenes. We are thrilled to see so many of you this evening. The bonds of Surrey really are strong. Together, I know we'll emerge from this, even stronger. And we hope sooner rather than later, we will be having a 40th anniversary celebration that will be for the ages, and you will all be invited. In the meantime, I leave you with a quote that I'm going to turn into a toast. It's a little something that I added to my email signature in March. In this time and always, take care of yourself, take care of others, and take care of the community. Remember, Surrey is here for you. Just let us know how we can help. Cheers. And we'll end hearing from those that are most important.
Not only are the people friendly, but the people that work here will stop at a table and start talking to you and involve everybody in the conversation. And I have done that in the past. I sit with somebody, some man sat at our table who nobody knew, and I started talking to him. Turned out he was from New York. So I said, do you see this pen? I said, do you see it? And I was sitting with 2 other ladies. See this pen? This pen, there's a map on this pen from Panama. Some lady went to Panama and she brought this back as a souvenir for me. And the lady was sitting there. So then they started talking about traveling. So it doesn't take much to meet new people. You discuss what doctor you're seeing. Discuss what ailments you have. Don't get too crazy about your ailments. Nobody wants to hear what's wrong with you. They have worse problems.
Yes, we have categories. We play that. I played bingo, which I don't know what I was doing. I missed it. I didn't like missing it. And we just get together and talk. And one of the better things is what they do every day. They send something for you to do. and I love it. Because truthfully, I love competition. In fact, they accuse me of liking competition too much. They said, oh, she likes to win. And I admit it, I like to win, because I like to win. So, so when we have our games, I'm playing to win. We do Scrabble, we do Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, categories. We do a lot of games, and it's good for the mind.
A friend of mine, actually, at the time she wasn't an employee. She was a volunteer in the kitchen, and she had asked me if I wanted to go on a cruise with her. She said, I need somebody to stay in the room with me to get a better rate. And I'm thinking, gee, and she said, I've asked everybody else I know. And I thought, oh, what the heck? I said, sure, why not? And it sounded so far away. Well, I'll tell you. And then I started having second thoughts. I thought, oh, I don't know if this is a good idea. I had the best time, and the other people in this group were so fabulous. They were so different, and I can't tell you how much fun we had.
Little something you could do to make other people happy. You can communicate to your heart's content at Surrey.
It has been, I truthfully don't know what I would have done had it not been for Surrey, because it keeps me on my toes.
But this has enabled you, the services have enabled you to maintain your independence, right?
Yes, it
and stay at
has.
Trinity House in your own apartment, right?
Yes, I have my own apartment. I am independent. And I try to do, and I do still sing. My church is nearby, Church of the Savior. And I sing with the choir there. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I am found. 'Twas blind, but now I see. Through many dangers, toils and snares, I have already gone. 'Tis grace that brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home.
What a night, everyone. David and Maren, cheers.
Cheers. Thank you.
And to all, good night.
Good night.